Hi there, I'm WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. Are we looking forward to some Saturday sunshine after some gloomy, cool feeling weather? The calendar does say it is early June, not acting like it, but it will turn brighter into the weekend. Mainly dry weather for the weekend, especially on Saturday. Sunday, we'll have a chance of some scattered showers and storms, but much less humid feeling weather as well as we get into Saturday. Next 4 days, we're going to be in the lower 70s as we go through a Friday afternoon. Now, much of the day, the clouds are going to stay thick. A few peaks of sunshine. It's going to be a possibility into the late afternoon, early evening. Don't hang too much hope on that because it may be cloudy much of the day. 78 the high, partly sunny skies on Saturday. We'll still stay in the 70s as we get scattered storms back into the area Sunday. That could even arrive early in the morning, and an additional round of some scattered showers and storms on Monday of next week. Now, I do have to set the stage of what's going on across the area for our Friday afternoon. Take a look over downtown Toledo on the Elk and Elk Cam. Look at the sky conditions like you could just kind of cut through it right now. What we have, not only a very humid afternoon, but hazy conditions due to wildfire smoke and poor air quality that have visited the region. I'll have much more on that coming up in just a little bit and how it may impact you. 64 degrees as we roll into the early afternoon hours, but I do have to recap what occurred 15 years ago on June 5th into June 6th. We had an outbreak of tornadoes, including the EF4 tornado that tore through Lake Township and Millbury. At one point, winds to 175 miles per hour, 400 yards wide. That is 4 football fields wide. On the ground for about 15 minutes and resulted in 7 fatalities. The deadliest tornado in Ohio since May 31st, 1985, and did over $100 million in damages. That's still on a short list as one of the most destructive tornadoes ever in Ohio's history. So some incredible stats on that. Did wind its way from about Moline, Lake Township, across I-280 over toward Millbury, and then eventually crossing Woodville Road and ending over toward Clay Center. But it wasn't the only tornado that occurred. On June 5th, there were several tornadoes out in Fulton County, White House as well, over toward Oak Openings. And then in the early morning hours of June 6th, we had tornadoes up across southern Michigan, in particular Dundee. The EF2 tornado that went through the Cabela's and crossed Route 23 up in Monroe County. All total, June 5th to 6th, there were 53 tornadoes in that outbreak nationwide, and the strongest of that occurred here locally in Wood and Ottawa County. That EF4 tornado, it turned out, was the second strongest tornado to occur the entire year of 2010 across the nation. Now for our Friday, bringing it back here home, showers going to be ending, and it's still going to be a humid feel. Highs close to 70 degrees. The one thing we are battling, and I showed you, we could kind of cut through it, the air quality issues we have across the region. At this point, latest data suggesting we have measured air quality values that are unhealthy for some. So it's an AQI, or air quality index, and that ranges right now between 101 and 150. We're currently at 132, so puts us right there in that unhealthy for some. So what does this mean? It means that if you have asthma or respiratory conditions, it could be exceptionally more difficult for you to be outdoors for an extended amount of time. So you may want to choose to limit your outdoor activity, shut those windows up, and maybe run that air conditioner just to get that more purified air. At one point, we did reach unhealthy late Thursday night across parts of the Toledo Metro, which again means to limit that outdoor activity. Still should stay poor through Friday evening. A little bit of a moderation Saturday and into Sunday, but our air quality at this point for many areas in Northwest Ohio is unhealthy for sensitive groups. That is all due to the wildfire smoke that has come pouring out of Canada. Air quality alerts in effect for southern Michigan, northern Indiana. I'll be honest, just rely on the data. We don't have any alerts here in Ohio, but that just depends on which agency issues those alerts. So the air quality is unhealthy for sensitive groups at this point. Doppler radars, we cross into the afternoon, a few stray showers, so we're not quite done with the wet weather yet. We'll get a few pockets of drizzle or light rain or brief areas of rain. Temperatures are in the 60s. Once the rain ends and a peak or two of sun returns, we may head back toward about 70 degrees. But it's brighter to our north, to our west, to our south, where it's also considerably warmer. Now, with that, we're not going to have any chance of storms. It is far too cool and stable for the air to fire up any storms. That is going to be across southern and central Ohio in a very large area from Oklahoma, northern Texas, all across the mid-Mississippi River Valley through Memphis, Memphis, Tennessee. A large area that could experience strong to severe storms yet again today. We're going to be watching for a few areas to erupt across the high plains and back into the southern plains region. But again, no severe weather expected in our area. Live looks across lakeshore areas. If you're thinking of taking in the weekend toward Lakeshore, Marblehead down toward Catawba Island. We've got Ohio Bike Week that's going to be unfolding in Sandusky. And you can already see some of that activity is bustling out there toward the Sandusky Bay region. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in the upper 60s, low 70s. Now, hour by hour forecast, I'll be honest, it's a little optimistic that we're going to peel those clouds back. I think they're going to stick around much of the afternoon and evening. If we get a little sunshine late in the day, well, consider it a bonus. Little bright end to the day. We'll have clear skies into early Saturday morning. This could be our opportunity to get lower levels of humidity, brighter conditions Saturday. It is going to be the pick day of the weekend as we go through the afternoon and evening. Temperature-wise, it is going to respond as we go through Saturday with the brighter skies and sunshine. We'll start the day in the upper 50s. Highs by the afternoon going to reach through the upper 70s, likely just shy of 80 degrees. So for our Friday, a few showers, a little bit of drizzle. Clouds are going to linger much of the day. Peak of sun late in the afternoon, right around 71. Lake Erie forecast, especially as we roll into the weekend, climbing back through the 70s. We'll have waves that will be 2 feet or less with that northerly wind. 70s stick around through the weekend, Saturday and into Sunday. Both weekend days right around the upper 70s. Sunday is going to bring back scattered showers and storms. Those actually may favor the morning hours, drying out into the afternoon. Then a front that comes in on Monday, additional scattered showers and storms. They should be fairly isolated, nothing heavy or widespread. Mid to upper 70s. It will spill into early next week. And I tell you, a lot of people tell me we just typically go right from winter to summer and we don't get good spring weather. You're looking at really good mild spring weather this weekend and next week. Highs in the 70s, back toward 80 on Wednesday, low 80s. Could even get a day or two that reaches the mid 80s Thursday into Friday. Some warmer summer weather will be out there as we get ready to go into next weekend, which is already going to be Father's Day weekend quickly approaching. Appreciate you joining us. Have a spectacular weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers here telling you, stay tuned.